press, you see that button light lit up. I don't know if you can tell there. There's only one button at the front. We call it the center button. If I press it, it kind of lights up. It's hard to tell with all this light. What this does is this opens up a huge world of gestures for us. Right now, because this area is responsive to touch, we can do a bunch of things without having to put a lot of UI on the device itself. So let me show you a very simple one. If I want to go back to the list view of contacts, all I have to do is flick back and it goes back to the list view. So I flick to scroll, I tap to go into any contact, and then I just swipe back to go back to the list view. The other cool gesture in sort of this wave kind of a UI. So as I keep scrolling, it puts into focus any of the applications that you like launch bar. And if I pick my finger up, it will launch that application. This works wherever you may be on your device. Now, I have 3 or 4 applications open.
Do we see heads?
Sure. It's probably not his real cell phone, but it depends on how many devices you're going to buy. Now I have shown you 3 or 4 different applications. What if I want to go back to Notes? Or what if I want to go back to Pictures or whatever application? Which typically what you'd have to do, you'd have to go back to the launcher and launch that application again. People are performing more activities today on their mobile devices than ever before. And we need to provide them a capability to manage these multiple activities. So rather than trying to cram a desktop kind of system, which is windows like sheets of paper on the device, what we have done is we have a metaphor of cards. So what happens if I press the center button? What you see is what we call the card view for all the applications that are currently open and running on the device. So at one glance, you know what you have open. It'll show you the last view before you actually went away from that application. And all these cards are completely live. If I click on contacts, it'll bring it into focus. If I scroll and I go back to the card view, it's still scrolling. It's not just a JPEG image of that application, it's the actual application. If I want to move, if I have, let's say, 5 or 6 applications open and I want to move my email application next to my browser application for whatever reason, because I'm trying to get some information from the browser and then type it in the email, all I have to do is to press on that particular card and move it. And it'll rearrange. If I want to move the calculator to the very end, I pick it up and put it in the file. And once I'm done using these applications and I want to clear up the clutter on my workspace, all I have to do is to grab the application and throw it off the top. So you're closing the application. And when you're doing this, you don't have to worry about whether the information is saved or not. It is saved. You don't have to say save and exit. You don't have to press an X button. You don't have to go to a menu item. All you do is flick it off. It's kind of fun.
Do you have multi-touch?
We do have multi-touch, and I can give you... Let me show you universal search and launch the browser, and I'll show you multi-touch as a result. One of the really cool features on this device is what we call universal search.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
And you'll peck around for the browser icon, and you'll go to the browser, and then you'll go to their website. Now, we can take all that work away from you having to do it, and let the keyboard do it, right? This is where the presence of a physical keyboard with the slider really makes a difference. I open the slider, and you just start typing. L. Well, guess what? Not only is it going to help you, go to the web page, it's also filtering content that you have on the device, all in one list. It's doing a match on the applications that I have on the. Put it down so you can see it. So it matched Bluetooth because I typed BL, so it'll show me all the applications that match that string. And it also shows me 2 contacts who match that string, and in this case their last names match with BL. So I'm seeing Amy and now there's only one contact with the string matching, and hence I can see all the ways I can contact Michael right from there. So and now there are no more matches in contacts or applications. It will give me ways to search on the web. And one of those ways is Google. If I tap on Google, it'll now launch the web browser and it'll take me to the search results. The user at this point cannot modify that list. He'll be working on enhancements, and we can talk about that later. What list we launch with? So currently you saw Google Maps and Wikipedia. I mean, they launch with a slightly